Righty hoody. Let's see if we can launch this week without too much drama. Get me window lined up. Right then. Audio's good. In theory I'm live. Won't have a full screen. Right, who's going to be first tonight then? I see nothing live on my screen this side again. Exactly the same as it was last week, but just assuming that because I say I'm live on this screen, I am live. Oh, I don't know. Shall I open another window? Just for the laugh. Is there anybody there? Is there anybody there? Right. I am live. I hope. Yep. Looking good. I can see myself. We have 3 people lurking, apparently. Feel free to type away at will. Let's move this window over half. So, 3 people. Who's going to break the silence? Hi, I can see Lawn Bowler UK and Chris Morgan. How's my week been? Yeah, I don't want to know. Let's just get a window up there so I can see you in big. I won't be actually look at you in big there now. I'll have a pop up. I'll be daring and have a pop up. Move it over there. Ooh, I think it's a bit of a delay. I think Lawn Bowler with everything. Probably I'm spoiled. I can see everything live in front of me, but the outgoing is on my left, and there's about a 10-second delay. So I guess there's about 10 seconds between what you type. Oogie doogie, 5, 2 talking, 3 lurkers. Don't forget, subscribe. What else? Oh yes, thumbs up. Oh, how we laughed. Now I've got some buttons there I can press to make things work, but I've yet to get them to work. It used to work in the old version, but they've updated this new version, and sadly things aren't. Right, today's topic, Lawn Bowler UK. We decided last week would be what is the best entry-level detector for adults and children. Best entry-level detector. So if got a friend who wants to get stuck into detecting and hasn't got a machine, what would you advise him? Bearing in mind he probably won't go straight for the 3030 because it's oodles of money. And also for a child, if you've got a child interested in metal detecting, do you buy a Toys R Us beeping machine which isn't really a detector, or do you push your boat out a bit more, spend maybe 80, 100 quid and get something, I don't know, a Viking or something cheapish but which has some sort of a chance to actually find something? So that's what today's or tonight's topic is. Yeah, you're probably right, lawnmower. It's probably going to be a Garrett of some description, isn't it? What is the cheapest entry model Garrett nowadays? Because I remember paying about 180, 200 quid for 250 about 4 or 5 years ago. Tumbleweed moment. My week. I've actually got a bit of green down here. Just my arm is down there now. Why art thou green? Let's see if I move a light. There you go. That's a bit better. Probably a bit green up here now, but then one. Anyway, that'll do. 250 is 190. Oh, that's around about the same sort of rubles I paid 4 or 5 years ago. So that ain't bad, is it? Okay, my week. Somebody asked me how my week was. Well, you know my story. People who've been on here a couple of weeks. It's not pretty. It's shall we say, I'm in the bottom at the bottom of the hill. Can't go any further down. Can only look up. So haven't even been out, and sadly the videos are lacking, which I profusely apologise to you about. But I'm struggling to get started with another venture, so it's a case of concentrating on that for maybe a week or two, and then hopefully if things go the way I plan, then I can get out and do a bit of detecting, a bit of videoing, a bit of editing. So we have what? Stat Pada. Good evening to you, young man. Nice to see you on. I was getting a bit lonely here. We've got 4 and 2 commenting, maybe 3. Right, Stat Pada. The topic this evening was or is the best. What would you say the best entry level detector is for either an adult and for a child? If you go for a Toys R Us beeper, or you push the button out and just spend a bit more and get something a little bit more more like a detector than a toy. A minute delay in the video. There's always a delay. I don't know why. I don't set a delay personally. I can do a delay, but I think YouTube do a good enough job of doing that at the moment. There's nothing wrong with the stream according to my screens anyway. Live stream health is green, which is good. So there you go. Right, sorry I'm drifting off here. There's something what should be happening which isn't happening, and I'm trying to do it between comments, but there's an track on eBay for 37. Go up 250s, many youngsters with you. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of good startup machines out there. Second hand isn't really, you don't have to go brand new. So if you had a youngster and they interested in detecting new or used, what sort of machine would you put them onto straight away? Sounds like my little people are on the way up. Now, if I could see properly, I've got all the information in front of me on one screen. It's a pity you can't make this screen font just ever so slightly larger, but sadly not. You may or may not hear my two girls resisting going to bed. It's funny how they can be hungry or thirsty or anything else right at bedtime. Fisher. I have heard of Fisher detectors. Chris Morgan. Seen a lot of youngsters out on digs with parents or grandparents with the Garretts. Yeah, it's probably one of the machines you go for is a Garrett, I suppose. Become my tea waller. Thank you. Tea on demand. Yeah, so Garrett, we think Garrett, but you could probably get slightly better quality machine. Now, I'm not dissing anything, but you could probably get a slightly better quality machine second hand, maybe. What sort of second hand values of half decent machines? So the thing is, you don't want to be too complicated, do you? For a kiddie, got to be something they can turn on and go, or just with a minimal controls. You don't want to have something like a, I don't know, XP Gold Max, whatever, with millions of knobs and buttons and things to mess about with. You just need something they can turn on and crack into it. And also the consideration is, will it fold down small enough for the kiddie? You know, if you've not got the adjustment to suit their height, then that's another consideration. Bed, I suppose we get to bed at 8 o'clock, but the little one has been on a trip at school. Went to see some dinosaurs. Went to a place that has dinosaurs, so that's a new one on me. Plenty of old fossils around here. You have to go far to see them. Garrett 18 Max, all pro, isn't too expensive and good all round detector. Yeah, so it depends if you've got to go second hand or brand new, I suppose. Turn the old mic down a little bit on here because I noticed last week it was a little bit clippy. So hopefully the audio is a little bit more mellow and not clippy. Audio, 6 people at the moment. So we've got 1, 2, 3 commenting, 3 lurkers. Now I can see actually who's commented on this other screen. Can't read the text very well, but it's in little incy bincy font. I'll have to put my bins on to see that. Sounds great. Good. Thank you, Lawn Bowler. Now, there's a couple of keys I should be able to press to get a couple of animations going, but that ain't playing ball. It used to work in the version before this, but sadly not in this one. So we'll just have to struggle on. So, any of you lot been out? I could play a little animation because not one of my subscribers. Let's see if I click this, see what happens. Eee, that's my latest subscriber. There you go. In the glass. Well done. Good old IC ICP Parry as my latest subscriber. I've had a handful of new subscribers this week, but a lot of them must have their settings to private in YouTube, because you don't get no notification of their usernames. So if you're watching and you subscribed, thank you very much. Gary Hall. Evening, Gary. Nice to see you on. You go second hand. Macro Racer. I've got no experience with them whatsoever. And you've got two Garretts, a Pro and a Sea Hunter. So the macro is a good all-round machine, easy to use. Same depth as my other detector. Runs silent on wet sand. Sounds good. Sounds good. You just need something the right size and weight, I suppose, you've got to consider for a tiny person. My oldest is about 9.5. She's quite tall, so she'd probably get away with the majority of machines. Need the adjustment. I know with obviously the Deus you can make that small enough for a teeny toddler, but you don't really want them hurling around a sort of 4-figure machine, do you? I can't say that lawn bowler. Too dry, too wet, too dry. I know what you mean though. It is the last time I went out was very, very hard, even with a proper pointy stainless shovel, spade. It was tough to break the first inch and a half, 2 inch of crust. Once you got under that, then it was moist enough to get down. But you know, Charlie Jones. Good evening to you, Charlie Jones. Nice to see you. Hello. I'll give you a wave back. Thank you for waving. Yeah, a friend of mine's got this 30-30 with a 17-inch. I don't think I've had the pleasure of holding it, but he did say that's heavy. I did hold the Knox 800 a week or two back, and ran about the same weight as a XP Deus, but just didn't like the tones it made. I prefer the Deus tones. Gary's got a macro, and that's lighter than a Garrett. And blimey, them Garretts don't weigh that much, do they? Can't remember last time I had one was about 4.5, 5 years ago. Lawn bowler, it's okay on ploughed, but my field needs to be kept quite tidy. Grass, yeah. I've got a field, I might have mentioned it last time, it's a meadow, and I intend to go on that next whenever I can get out. It's just been cut for, I don't know what they call it, hay silage. It's all green, it's been cut and baled in them round sort of plastic bailey sheety things, so I'm assuming it's cattle food. And so the grass has gone from about 2 foot down to about 1 inch or 2, so that's prime to go on, and I'm going to go on that with 8 kilohertz and maybe Gary's Ultimate. Anyway, see Gary's latest skill school. I think it's an Ultimate 101. The new program he's trying out, mainly I think for the HF coil, but equally it will work with 11-inch and 9-inch old style. So I might put that in just for a laugh, but the trouble is if you put too many in, you keep swapping around, and I get the feeling I'm going to lose out if I keep, you know, I'd like to stick at one and learn it, so I'm happy with it. Hey, sounds good. Find some gold. If only. You know what will happen if I find gold, don't you? I did say that a few weeks back. I've never found any gold, but if I do find any gold, then watch your space. Okay, seventh what thing? If I can open this window up. wish my eyes weren't old, I could read all this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 people commenting and there's 7 viewing, so it's definitely got 2 lurkers out there, which I'm okay with. But as I say, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Now I've just noticed that on the screen your names are all coming up in green this week. I haven't done a thing. They were purple or pink for the last couple of weeks, and now they're green. So hallelujah, we've gone through the pink phase. Oh, what the subscriber thing, what come up just sort of over there. Yeah, that's what I can't get to work. Worked fine in the previous version of this studio software, but for some reason the hotkey program doesn't work. And if I arm it, if I click on its little icon within the program and I hit the button, that'll work once, then I have to rearm it again. But once I've gone live, I can't see it to arm it, which is a bit of a pain in the rear. I've got a new subscriber. Surely not. If I get a real live subscriber, that should come up and drop a name in the glass, but it's not. So I don't know, but I'm sure the person who said he's subscribed, unless he's unsubscribed, was subscribed before. Now I'm just going to click this button to amps. Live action, spin the wheel. No, we shan't bother doing that. We'll go back to that. So yeah, so thanks, my new subscriber. I assume if you will be on here in a second, because you're a regular. And there he is. You had to unsubscribe and resubscribe. Pray, why did you do that, Rob? Oh dear, you got to laugh, haven't you? You got to laugh. I don't know. I think once it's done it once, I think it remembers who subscribed. This studio is supposed to, if you get a new subscriber, it should come up like I did when I'll do it again. Look, my latest subscriber, I can hit this and watch. In the glass, in one. So that's what should happen if I get a unique live subscriber. You want to be part of the glass. Well, you could be part of the glass. You see that black box, and where it says a URL, it's also linked up to that. And if you sort of, I don't know, just for a laugh, go on there, and in theory you should be able to donate or subscribe or pledge or do something. I don't know, give us 50 pence if it worked, but you know, try it out. I can't do it because I'm not at that end of the software, but if you use that URL in green, just above the Patreon and below the Suffolk Sifter, then you should get a little window open up and you should have options, from what I've been told. So if you want to be in the glass, yep, go on that URL, see what happens. Digger one in the house. Hi Digger, how you doing, mate? All right, we're just talking about the glass, and there's 2 people in it at the moment. Well, there's one actually, because I've double clicked on my latest subscriber. I can see whoever subscribed, I can see them on a different window, and I can replay their little actions. But unsubscribing and subscribing doesn't work. So don't think you're going to cheat, because that's not my doing. I haven't made it that way. That's just the way the software is. Anybody tased anybody this week? There were some threats of tasing last week, wasn't there? Lawn bowl. I don't know how to get parry out. I can empty the glass, but I'm just scared I'll muck something up when I'll go off air. As I say, I can see. Ooh, if I weren't so vain, I'd put my glasses on. I'd be able to see this writing on the screen. No, he ain't caught you yet. Yeah, if you keep your head down in the dark, you should be all right. Yeah, that lawn bar not tased anyone yet. Tased. Zzz. Oh, so you put tasted. Yeah, that's a typo. You could have tasted it. You can taste him if you like. I don't suppose Digger or anybody else wouldn't mind being licked, I suppose. Yeah, we're getting on shaky ground there, aren't we? It should be a food for another channel. Anyway, we digress. In theory, there's 10 on, although I can only see 9 above my head, but there's 11 now. 11 on my screen, which is the output of the video, and 9 on the live screen in front of me. So I don't know what to trust really, 9 or 11. Either way, are we all thumbing up? I wish this button would work. You sub me with the other account. Well, in theory, then I should have a notification, which I haven't yet. We'll see what happens. I normally get a little box come up with a new subscriber. And as I say, in theory, although I haven't tested it in practice, it should make a little animation work and chuck you in the glass. Could change it to something else, like a bath or something else. Lawn bowls thumbed up. I need to be thumbed up. Give me your thumbs. I don't know. You can't say what Rob's got in his tea any more than what I've got in my tea. I've got 11 viewers on my live screen, but only 9 on the actual thing above my head. But there we are. It's immaterial, isn't it? You're either there or you're not there. You're either typing or you're watching or you're lurking. Mushy tea. Anne, I passed nearly. Welcome. Nice to see you. Oh, was turned on at 9 o'clock. You wait for me to start. Well, I started, Anne. Did you, I don't know. I'm sure I did start at 9. But it's well, I pressed the button at 9 o'clock. And if it wasn't bang on 9, it was just after 9. So in theory, I should have been. But you're here now. That's all that matters. How'd you get me then, Anne? Did you refresh the screen or open it up again or click on it again or whatever you have to do? That's no good watching a blank screen, is it? Excuse me. 10 viewers, one's run away. Anywho, topic went down the wrong way. As a topic for tonight is, what is the best entry level detector for an adult or for a child? We've touched on a few points about price for a kid, price, weight, simplicity, don't want to be too difficult, and the size. You don't want something which suit a 6'6" person, because that ain't going to happen with a kiddie. Well, I'm sure Rob would sell you a magnet. Put a bit of a markup on it. It didn't start at your end. Yes, I switched off. Start again. I don't know, Anne. Honestly, I don't. It's still a mystery to me, all this live stream. I've got one button on this program. I click it, and it says, "Do you want to start live stream?" And you click yes, and you're there. Then you look over to the YouTube, and there's nothing. And you think, what's going on? So I have to refresh that or open another YouTube window, and then hey ho, there I am. So it's a little bit flaky. It's definitely not Procast, is it? And reckons go out 250. Do they make a smaller one? Do they still do a? Didn't they used to do a one? Was it me? Am I thinking about motorbikes? 125. Did they do a smaller Garrett than 250? Ace 250 or 300. I think I know they do a 400i. I think they do a 400i. But we didn't know whether to suggest for kiddies to go new or get a slightly more quality machine second hand off a well-known auction site, or through a detector shop. They could have some second hand stuff, don't they? They might be able to sort you out a decent deal, especially if you bought your expensive Deus through them, Nigel. Is that some sort of code, Rob, about leaving a magnet in the side of the pool? Rob uses a 400i, and it's very easy to use, apparently. Excuse me. A 150, I see. So Garrett did do a 150, but it's an obsolete model now. No, digger. Enough of the rude fingers. Yeah, you got a point there, Charlie. Second hand. Just in case they use it once. I know my eldest, she's 9.5 now, but a year or two ago she came out with me. Crazed me to come out, and then it was too boring. I made her suffer. Kept her out. So I don't know whether she'll be interested in it again. I like seeing the stuff I bring home, and the coins and stuff, but excuse me, I don't think that's exciting enough for a young kiddie, especially girl. Right, 9 viewers. We seem to synchronise now. There's 9 viewers up in the corner, 9 above my head, and 9 over there. So we're all singing from the same song sheet. I don't know why, Lawn Bowler, that if you've subscribed to me with a different account, why I've not had a notification. Can't see anything. Have a squeeze on me email, so I normally get a notification ping. I've got I've got an email saying Rob Random has subscribed to you on YouTube, but then probably unsubscribing and subscribing won't make that little animation work. So if you want to be in the glass, we're talking about the glass just to my that way there. To get in it, you've either got to be a new subscriber, make a donation or some sort of contribution by using the green URL just under the Suffolk Sifter logo, title or whatever. Your message, well, your message and my message not showing up on my screen. We're getting them on here, obviously. They're on actually on the stream, and they're coming in right in front of me as well. So I don't know, Anne, maybe something not quite your end. I assume everybody else has got audio and video and chats coming up. Okay. Scroll back, so I missed a bit. Oh, I see. Rob, Digger's got a pond. Digger's got a pond. I know what they do in a dragon. Oh, right, I see. You're magnet fishing. Okay. Digger 1, yeah, but it's not too good. The 250 and 300i and 400i, yeah. So they're their current machines for Garrett then. That's good, isn't it? 9 hours detecting finder. A nail. Could be a hobnail. Could be a Roman hobnail. Oh god. Yeah, I keep missing you, Digger. Oh, sorry, Rob. Your live feed for some reason. It's like a movie in Amsterdam. Blimey. Blue, was it? So you can see all the other comments on your screen, but not your own. I'm assuming. I guess everybody else, when you type something, you can see it come up with your username. Is that correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Digger 1, your daughter loves metal detecting. How old is your daughter then, Digger 1? How old they got to be to like it? And how old do they have to be for it's pretty naff to go out with your dad metal detecting? Every time I type something, you freeze. Well, that's not good, Charlie. I can assure you, according to YouTube, my stream is very healthy. I'll watch myself. I'm just going to watch over there on the other monitor and see if I freeze. But the mouth's going 9 to the dozen at the moment, so I'm not freezing at the moment. So if I keep looking over there, I'm not being rude. I'm just saying if I go right. All right. Well, I'll read out Anne's stuff so she knows what she typed. I don't know why I freeze when you type something, Charlie. I just don't. When you say leave and come back, do you mean shut the window down and open it again? Unbelievable. Just looking at me lights. I had one fail last week. But this time, I got them. I charged them for a whole day. Still might clap out on me. I know which one it is. Anywho, Rob Random. I had to make it private. LOL and do another live for unboxing. Was that got a bit blue? Did that? So you had to get invite only. What's that? That live stream was deleted. Couldn't be uploaded, so couldn't go up. YouTube wouldn't have it, would they? That just goes in a big bin, doesn't it? Big YouTube bin. Oh right, you set it to private. Well, can't you make it unlisted? Unlisted, and then you can give out links and people can see it if you invite them. Lawnmower's stream is very healthy apparently. So you bit the doctors had a good stream. I don't know, Charlie. It's not doing it now. That's good. We'll just let sleeping dogs lie and carry on. And I went away and have come back. Welcome back, Anne. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Is your commenting issue sorted out? Can you see what you've typed? There I am now. Oh, you're here. Can you see yourself now? That's good. Digger one, 10 years old. What the? Just scrolling back. What's 10 years old? Oh, 10 years old. Yeah, so sorry about that. That's just my pea brain. I've got to take all this in, and yeah, I just realised what you said. 10 years old. Yeah, mine is, well, coming up. She's birthday. She's a New Year's Day baby, so she will be 10 on New Year's Day. So we'll see. I normally sneak out when I'm at school, so I get a bit of peace and quiet. Charlie, well, excuse me, it's tea. Welcome back, Anne. Lawn bowl, if it's film, is banned in most countries. You have to calm down, mate. Just keep a lid on it. You do too much of that, and YouTube might take you off completely. I do spy on you, and also when you upload videos, and I assume live stream as well, they actually caption it. They auto caption it, and they can tell what words you've said. So if you're doing a video and you rave on about, I don't know, a silver whatever, and you title it the silver whatever, they can match that up and give you more brownie points and make you more searchable. Yeah, I think that's unlisted, Rob. I think if you do that, I think people can't stumble across it because it's not public. I've got a feeling you can still send out the URL to the video to your buddies so they can have a good laugh. But I could be wrong, but that's the way I understand it. Anne's all good. Thank you very much, Anne. And thank you for this month, if you know what I mean, Anne. Thank you. Rob Random, eldest daughter, watched the first live. She stopped watching when I started. Right, yeah, that's fair enough. And I won't read that one out. Blimey. Yeah. So anybody had the guts to try that URL, that green thing up there? Up there. It's not that I'm trying to say show me in rubles. I'm just wondering if it works. Anywho, so we've decided second hand maybe for a kiddie detector. If you've got a tame detector shop and you use them a lot, maybe they do a good deal, or just go onto a well-known auction site. And Rod ran and watched live stream but could not give any comments or thumbs up. I don't know. I mean, are certain people been restricted, or is it just something at your end, Anne? Just out of interest, Anne, what do you use to watch this? Mobile, tablet, laptop, desktop? Well, boy, I've had a look at it, what the link, and that Does it pop up with a window and some information? I do not know. I think it's been called being in shock. You're going to have to send me that link. Rob, send me the link somehow. And I'll have a look at that blue movie. LPS Leisure Promotions, is it, Rob? You just need something reasonably straightforward with a kiddie, don't you? You don't want nothing with too many controls, bells or whistles or whatever. Desktop. Okay, Anne. Well, I don't know. It should work all right. Someone's made a comment on the live stream thing I put out. I can't tell you what the comment is without going to another screen. Rob on a laptop, didn't get a notification. Well, I set, it's YouTube, and I told YouTube to send out a notification 1 hour before I go live and when I go live as well. So you, in theory, you should all had like 2 notifications, but obviously it's not working. I can only do what they tell me, and I don't know, just feel persecuted. I think YouTube have got it in for me, I think. Stopping people subscribing to me, you know this. Detectorist Tom, evening to you, sir. Oh, first 1874 Vicky Farthing. Nice one, congratulations to you. Yeah, Rob, you say it's hardly used, second-hand hardly used. I dare say you do get people saying, yeah, let's go metal detecting, buy a machine, get out there and either can't get any place to go or just get bored, I suppose. I don't know, perhaps you don't find anything and you get a bit hacked off, and I suppose just flog a detector and that's the way you can pick a bargain up. Charlie, yep, Viking is a advert on the back of these treasure hunt or something, or search or whatever. There's, I don't know how good they are. I've never actually had any dealings with Viking. Charlie got a notification. What was it, an hour before Charlie, or as I went live at 9 o'clock? Rob tried to do notification live, didn't work. I do see videos on YouTube about people saying that YouTube actually stops certain. So I've got, I don't know how many subscribers I've got, what, 220, and I send out something, they'll only tell 100 or 200 of them, which I don't think is fair, because if you've subscribed to a channel, you've subscribed wanting to get notifications and updates, surely. And YouTube's going behind people and restricting how far you spread the word, which I don't think is on, but what can you do? Yeah, Rob says Detector is getting popular, so the old source of second-hand gear is going to be drying up. Lawn Bowler got a notification right away. So Lawn Bowler, you got a notification as I went live at 9 o'clock. Did anybody get the 8 o'clock notification saying I was going to be live at 9? That's what I did click on. Anne's got a old C-scope. I've got a friend of mine with a C-scope. He does swear by it. I couldn't tell you what the model is though. Ian Watson! Hooray! Ian Watson! Good evening to you, Ian. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and thank you so much for subscribing. That's excellent. I didn't get a notification to say you've subscribed. I assume that within your settings of YouTube you've got that to private. I think as bog standard YouTube has made so if you subscribe, the people you subscribe to won't get your name. But thanks again. Give a big hand to Ian. Thank you, kind sir. A bunch of loonies on here tonight, Ian. But sometimes we stick to the topic. And just for Ian's benefit, the topic tonight was what would you say the best entry-level detector would be for an adult starting out and a child. We've touched on a few things and just really want to know what your views were. Anne's notification always come on about 9:35. Is your clock set all right? that should go out at 9. Excuse me, I got it because when I clicked live, I got a little box come up saying Suffolk Sifter's gone live, so it should have gone out at 9 o'clock. I don't know what on earth's happening with your end, Anne, at all. Thanks, Lawn Bowler UK, for the clappy hands. I don't know whether I can do that, can I? Let's have a look. God, all these buttons I keep pressing. Don't find a clappy hand. Oh, I can find a clappy hand. I'll find a clappy hand. Let's do a few clappy hands. Well, you've got a good selection of smileys, haven't you? That'll do. Hey! That's for you, Ian. All the clappy hands and the fireworks, if they are fireworks. I can't see. Digger 1, I got it at 9:15. All I can say is just a delivery issue because I think they actually go out at 9. If you got it at 9:15, is there a timestamp on it? Can you see a timestamp on it? I assume you get an email. What timestamp is it? You probably timestamped it when you receive it, but it was sent at 9, I'm sure it was. Who's spreading clap about? Stop it, Rob. Stop it now, and stop it, you. Seascapes. Now, I haven't got the faintest idea what you're on about there, Digger 1. I'm assuming it's a detector, a brand of detector. I'm just a bit hacked off that I can't see a new subscriber. I can see the one what happened 4 hours ago, but can't see Ian. As I say, Ian, I reckon your privacy settings in YouTube are set to private, and I didn't get your subscriber name up as a subscriber. Can't quite get me green screen right tonight. It's a little bit dark up there as well, isn't it? Yeah. I'll move the light up. That goes. Oh, there you go. I think it's better. Is it better? I might doing a bit of adjustment live. No, I think that's cured. It's got rid of the. No, that might do. I've got. There's about 30-second lag. I suppose 20-30 seconds on my. I can see what you see on another monitor, but I'm looking at me live. I can just see myself reaching up doing the lights now. I'm going to be fiddling around with them for a minute or so. Yep, done the top. Moving it again. Yep. And it's done. It's done. Actually, I've got a little thing up here. How do you chat? Oh, I'm assuming that's from you, Ian. Fiddle around with them for a minute or so. Oh, so I see a link to my live stream. You don't want to hear me again. All good stuff. Right, back to the comments. Rob Random. Anne's going to speak up. You keep an eye on the man. You jump on him if he... don't jump on him. You tell him off if he gets too risque. Right, Ian. Not been detecting long. Bought Garrett 250. Superb starting machines, Garrett 250s. I won't hear a word against Garrett 250. I bought my daughter a Euro. I'm assuming that's a Garrett, is it? Is it a Garrett? But I'm more experienced, so I was looking at the Max. Yeah. Yeah, all good stuff. How old's your daughter, Ian? How old is she to be interested in detecting? Not Impact is also a great detector, around the same price as a Max and an AT Pro. What is that then, price wise? Then AT Pro must be the top end Garrett. Yeah, Anne says the Max is good, the Deus is a lot lighter, but unfortunately it's very heavy on your wallet, isn't it, Anne? Or your purse. Digger one, have I been out today? Afraid not. I'm not going to harp on about it, but you know my situation, and I'm trying to get another venture going, and I just described it as I'm in the bottom of the dip at the moment, and I can't get any lower, so I'm just concentrating on climbing out a bit before I get back into detecting. I'm hoping if things go right next week or so I should be out there again. I've got a meadow which has just been cut for silage, and it's nice and close, so that's I'm wanting to go on it, really wanting to go on it, but other things are a little bit more higher in the priority list at the moment, so that's why I've not been putting a video out. I have to apologise to you again, to all again. There's one in the edit, but I haven't finished it. And it says, yep, both Garrett. Okay, I'm not really up on Garrett, all the range of the things. And daughter's an E20. That's good. That's good. Mine's about 9.5. If you asked her, she'd probably say 9 3/4, but more 9.5. And I took her out about a year or so ago, maybe a bit more, and wasn't exciting enough. I weren't pulling up enough gold torques and hordes, and she was bored, so she hasn't come out again. So I don't know whether she will if I offer again. Rob, me bad, me soz lol. And it's only heavy at first. Yeah, what do you mean? Well, your wallet's not heavy, is that's quite light after that, but no, XP Deus, that's well, probably I can't really, if I can scoot off camera, I don't know which one I'm going to turn around to see it. If I can move the right way, over my shoulder, Ian, is the Deus. It's a French machine. It's very light. It's wireless. There's no cables coming from the coil up to the main unit. It's all wireless. So you got wireless headphones, wireless remote, but it costs an arm and a leg. I suppose new if you had the remote and WS4s, you're probably looking at about 1,400 quid. It's very good. It's nearly, but is out of the box. You can go with the standard programs, but you can tweak a lot with the programs and adjust loads and loads of settings. It's a bit of a steep learning curve. I came from a Garrett 250 to it, and I'm still learning. Every day is a school day. So, yep, Deus is probably one of the best detectors out there. Charlie, we've all worked up to it. I started out at a Garrett 250. and I was only flush at that point in time. That's why I went with the Deus, but I wouldn't be able to buy one now. You just got to get what you can afford and crack on, because you can still find stuff with a Garrett 250, can't you? I mean, I did. I've got a family farm in the family, and a nice old cartway to a church, and there were some decent coins there. I found a lot more with Deus, to be fair, but you know, 250 is not bad. If you want to spend some money, you get the CTX 3030, which is what, 15, 2000, 1700. What are they currently going for? Come on, Rob, let's keep the language down. Loves it a bit too much. Don't make me. Can I do that? I can remove your comment. Oh, I can remove people's comments. That's good. I can, yeah, or I can report you. Or hey, there's another function. I can put you on in a timeout. Do you want to try a timeout? I suppose that just stops you from posting for a bit, I suppose. Or I can hide you, or I can add you as a moderator. Now, why on earth would I add you as a moderator? We'll never know what my channel's going to be doing. Wealthy pensioners. Oh, Rob, if you say anything naughty again, I'll put you on a timeout. I'll put you on a naughty step. You just can't help yourself, can you, Rob? Do a timeout, do a timeout. Should I do a timeout? I wonder how long the timeout is. Actually, look at the time. Talking about time, look at it. It's gone 10. Look, we should be wrapping things up. I'm sure you lot have got better things to do. Look, I'll put you on a timeout next time, Rob. We've got 9 people, according to the live What Do Hickey. So we've managed to hang on to 9 people, which is good. I think I'm good. Ian, appreciate your subscription, and I promise I'll get my head around my life and get at least one video out by the weekend. I'll try and stick to it this time, and I'll try and get out and get some more video of another outing. So thanks, Ian, for turning up here, and thanks for your subscription. Brilliant. Realistic. Oh, blimey, that ring a bell. Is that Tandy stuff, realistic? Used to have realistic CBs when I was a young lad. Used to be sort of yay big. That was a handheld one. Yeah, all right, Rob, I'll make a note. I've got to put you on a naughty step next week. Before I wrap it up, can we have any input on topics for next week? Has anybody got anything burning away in their brain that they want to talk about next week, or do you just want to let me think of something between then and now and then? That's the word. That's the one. I'll give you like a minute or two to fire back all these topics you want me to write down, and I would have to write them down because I've got a terrible brain. Digger 1 went from the Garrett Ace 300i to a Macro Multi Cruiser. Tandy, yeah, I thought it was Tandy. Must be my age to remember that. Lawn Bowler says all round best detector. Are we going to get in a fight over this? From people saying Knox 800s and XP Deus and 3030s. We might just get into a sort of slagging match. I get this comment every week. Why don't slag the Garrett off? Rob was timed out by Suffolk Sifter Detectorist for 300 seconds. So I've timed Rob out. I don't know whether you can adjust the timeout, but anyway, I've not banned him, he's just timed out. He's on the naughty step. So next week I have got all round best detector, unless anybody else gives me any other options. Right, and thanks. I'm going to wrap it up now, Ian, and I've timed out Rob. Yep, I will make a point of being here next week. Next Wednesday, I'll try and put some more effort in the getting the notifications out, but I truly, honestly say I did do that, and for some reason it just didn't work. So thanks for everybody who's come up tonight. Thanks for people who made the comments. Thanks for people who didn't quite make any comments but were there anyway. I don't mind a lurker, but if you haven't subscribed, please can you subscribe and hit the bell to get future notifications of new videos and my live feed, which, as I said, is every Wednesday via YouTube, 9 PM UK time. So night everybody, thanks very much, and we'll see you next time. I'm just going to reach over with the mouse and click the end stream, and that'll come up with another little window, and I'll just like to say night, don't let the bed bugs bite.